I'm just sitting here reflecting after my night shift. My rides home in the car are kind of one of my favorite times to just sit and reflect. Sometimes I find myself sitting in the driveway when I get to my apartment for 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time, just thinking, it's kind of my time to debrief before I go into the apartment and get back to my home life. Especially now with everything going on, reflecting and debriefing is so important. This is kind of my journey from chaos to calm in COVID. When I think about when COVID first kind of started coming down the lines, it was first announced. There's a lot of pain, a lot of hurt in my heart when I think about those first few weeks and everything that I experienced. I remember I was actually visiting my boyfriend. He was away for school. I had a few days off, so I'd gone to visit him, and we were visiting at his parents' house. And first we heard about the sports teams being canceled, and then it was the schools were being canceled. And then there was this feeling of, okay, well, my few days off are over, and now I have to go home, and I have to go home on my own. And my partner's going to stay and continue school because we don't know if his school's being canceled yet. And he's going to stay, and he's going to be surrounded by family. And I'm going to go back to our quiet apartment where I won't be able to see my family. And then I'm going to continue to go to work, and working as a registered nurse in long-term care. There were so many unknowns. There still is so many unknowns. But the thoughts just came rushing into my head about what was going to happen next. What if it comes into our nursing home? Well, what are they going to do with the staff? Are we all just going to camp out there? Once the staff get it, we can't isolate at home for 14 days or whatever they're saying, because they need us. Who's going to take care of the residents when all of the staff are at home self-isolating? How's this going to work? But then if someone gets it, they don't want to bring it home to their family. Like, just thought after thought after thought. How is this going to work? I've never been in a situation like this. Who has been in a situation like this? We didn't even know what it was going to turn out to be, what COVID was going to be, how big it was going to get. And yet the thoughts were just there. So came home. Those were probably two of the hardest weeks of my life, to be honest. I have never felt so much pain and sadness and darkness, really. Like, I've always been such a positive and outgoing person. I feel like I'm strong. I am a strong, independent woman. And yet I've never felt so much darkness as I did coming home to my apartment, having to go to work, not getting to see any of my family. My family's so family oriented, and we all come together, and I spent a lot of time at my parents' house. I'm so lucky that we live in the same city, but how was I just not going to be able to go there anymore? That's the other place I was spending my days off, so that I wasn't just sitting in my apartment alone. I think back to it. It was easier to sleep on my days off than to be awake. Yes, I had the support of my partner, but he was at school. He was surrounded by family. Of course, they were going through all of the feelings on their own and different things, but I just felt like no one knew what I felt like continuing to go to work in that freaky environment and then coming home to be on my own. I remember I even put out a post on social media, just reaching out, a call for help, really. Reaching out, saying, if anyone else is doing this on their own, please reach out to me so that we can connect, because I am feeling all the things that you're feeling, and it's hard to be on your own. And I'm so grateful for my family and my brothers who reached out to me on a daily basis and really came through for me, checked in on me. The days at work were actually a great distraction compared to the days off, when I just feel myself crying. Just outbursts of tears that I couldn't control. But yeah, My family was amazing, even though we had to socially distance ourselves. Thank goodness for technology. They really pulled through and connected with me during those times. And then I got through those 2 weeks, and then my partner came home, and that has been a godsend, really, to have someone else in the house, to have my support person there with me. He's not working, so he is at home all the time, and at least I know I'm going to come home to that person. I'm going to come home to a loved one. I'm going to come home to someone who will just always be there for me. So that has been really calming to be able to, that has been a huge relief for me. And I think having my partner home and knowing that he's always going to be there, he's not going to leave, I'm not going to be on my own anymore. Through all of this, that has brought me to a new calm so that I can bring that calming factor into my workplace, into the work that I provide. It has been super scary to work in the long-term care setting as a nurse through all of this. But my heart goes out to the families, even more than that, the families who can't go and see their loved ones, who worry about their loved ones. If I can say anything to you, just know that we are giving extra love to them, that we're taking care of them the best way we know how. We're continuing to provide the exact same care that we provided before. I'm going to keep loving your loved one. I'm going to hold your mom's hand. I'm going to listen to your dad's stories. I'm going to laugh with your dad. I'm going to nod even if I don't understand what your dad is saying. I'm smiling at them. They don't know that because we're wearing masks at all times now, which has been a huge transition for the residents as well. But I'm smiling, working to smile with my eyes, but just make sure that they know that they are still loved. I gave your mom her pills this morning. I told her I loved her as I left the room. I'll continue to do that. They're your family, but they're my family too, especially in this time. I need them as much as they need me. You know, you hear so many people thanking the essential workers and thanking the nurses and the doctors, and the appreciation is so special. It definitely makes me want to put so much more than I already give into my nursing care. But I'm still just showing up and giving the love and care that I've always given, and that's pretty special to me. I'm grateful to have my job. I'm grateful to be surrounded by these people. I'm grateful for the opportunity to continue to show love to my residents when they're missing their families. I think that I am lucky to be part of this chapter of their life, and I'm going to continue to care in a way that portrays that to them as well. I guess I've found it calming too, just to know that my employer has my back. You know, you hear all of these stories. I've heard stories of hospital settings and things like that, or even other nursing homes that are really, really struggling. And I've just been so impressed with how my employer has handled this. They're putting every preventative measure into place as it comes down the line to keep the employees safe. And by them taking action and being proactive and working for our safety, I think that's also really reassuring to the staff, and it's helping to calm all of the staff in an environment that could be so tense and so difficult and so scary. Obviously there are so many unknowns, but the approach that management is taking is really helping the staff to in turn be able to give better care to the residents. The residents can sense when the staff are stressed, when the staff are struggling. And so by by management being able to put so many things into place and being on top of different safety precautions and measurements. That's really helping the staff to provide the best care possible. So it's been an interesting journey. Who knew that we would ever go experience something like this, like COVID and a worldwide pandemic? But it definitely has been chaos to calm in my heart. The beginning was hard, but I really feel like I've gotten to a point now where I do feel calm. I feel calm. I am proud of the care that I provide. I know there's going to continue to be unknowns. Things can change at any time, but I'm just going to continue to love. It's a beautiful thing. It's really the strongest thing that we can give to our family, to our friends, to our partner, to those that we care for. So I will continue to love my family and my friends. I will continue to love your loved ones just as I love my own loved ones. I'll hold their hand. I'll talk to them. I'll listen to their stories. I'll continue to talk about you. And yeah, just going to continue to find calm, to reflect, to reach out when I need it, and to love the best way I know how.